I want to do a bunch of different things with this stream. 2019. I want to keep up the Guilty Gear because that's my shit, and Guilty Gear is fucking beautiful. Everyone should play it. But I also wanted to branch out a little bit, especially for the stream stuff, because there's so much more that I could be doing with y'all besides just playing more and more gear. And one of the things, so I'm going to 2 Chicago tournaments in 2019. I'm going to Frosty Faustings in about a week and a half. And I'm going to Combo Breaker in May. And the thing that both tournaments are known for, this is like a Chicago thing, is they're known for the mystery game tournament, where every round of the tournament is played on a different game. They don't tell you what those games are in advance, which is fucking dope, and I love it. So Random Select CVS 2 is one of my favorite fighting games of all time. This is like Random Select fighting games, the tournament, and I'm super down for this, and I want to spend some of my stream time training for that. So today we're going to open up with some review of what they've ran at the mystery tournament before, so you can get an idea of what games they run and like how people work. What up, Shablumps? Welcome back. We're gonna do some mystery tournament prep. I feel like this will be good for stream stuff for the first hour or so, and then we'll hop into Guilty Gear from there. So, welcome back, everybody. It's another day, and we streaming, baby. I'm just gonna close the door real quick. I hope everyone had a lovely and healthy holiday. For some folks, the holiday is stressful, so I just hope it's as good as you can make it. We're gonna play some motherfucking video games, y'all. Alright, so my Arizona, good to see you back here as well. So the thing about mystery game tournaments is, because they're mystery games, you don't have to be really, really good at any given game. You just need to be better than the person you're playing in that round, right? And so I figure the methodology for this is going to start at least with researching some of the games that they've run in the mystery game tournament and just trying to see, like, okay, so what's the game and what's the broken shit? Because this is the thing about old games. It took video game developers a long time to realize how to balance fighting games, right? And like a lot of that knowledge was unevenly distributed throughout fighting game development. So pretty much any game has some broken ass shit. And if you know the broken ass shit and you can do it, you'll probably beat someone who doesn't know the broken ass shit. So that's our goal for today. We got to identify the games and look up the broken ass shit. So we'll start with, this is from, I think, Frosty 2 years ago. I'm just going to be pulling through whatever mystery game tournament stuff I can find. But this should be real, real good. So we'll get that notes doc open. Let's see, we'll just make this a little bit smaller. Yeah. Here we go. Got our notes doc. Oh, it's making me save some space for that. That's annoying shit. Cool. Got a notes doc. Gonna be keeping track. So this one is, what is this? Rage of Dragons, I think?
Our opener for Pool J1. Jabali versus Olive Garden. I certainly hope that he plays better than the restaurant he decided to
wow.
do himself.
So it looks like Jabali has actually played this game a little bit. He has at least a functional idea of like... Okay, so they're both kind of mashing buttons.
So this game was
Maybe he hasn't played it. They're both figuring things out pretty quickly, and it's obvious they don't know what is going on in this game.
Double Dragon, whatever.
So we get this going on. Oh, so the other thing about the mystery game tournament. Oh no! The other thing about the mystery game tournament is that like cell phone usage and stuff is supposed to be banned, or at least in bad taste. So you need whatever knowledge you have going into the tournament is what you got. So we want to do our Googling in advance. Rage of Dragons.
Get the full combo off.
Neo Geo.
Jabali made quick work of that.
We'll just keep this tab up in here. Oh shit, I gotta send out a tweet about the stream. I forgot. It's been a minute. The vacation was nice though, y'all. Let me just tell you that.
Maybe, someone who can't predict what he's going to do. You get Billy, you see him throw a fireball, you see him do a toss, and you're like, okay, I got to know what this guy's about. But this big guy, is he a grappler? Is he like a weird zoning character? Who knows?
DT?
Yeah, unless you're straight above someone, it doesn't look like you're gonna hit anyone with that thing.
Sure.
Okay.
By the way,
Yeah,
just
so
to
this
enjoy
is
that,
Rage of the Dragons for Neo Geo.
Crossing File 69. This is full J1 and on camera.
We're not trying to
there's
learn
a
this
line
too
of
deeply
goes on.
because there's a lot of
So,
potential games they could be drawing from. Oh, and there's a 2 as well. I wonder if this is 2.
2 is right. You can't see me on camera, but that's okay because we're just, we're not the talent here. We're just the commentators. So anyway.
Wait, is there a 2?
Jabali took it. He's a 2-0.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
This is in the Double Dragon series.
Billy. Just bring.
2 is Power Instinct Match or Melee. Fuck. Oh my
So I'm
god.
gonna put up cards
Fighting
for
games,
sec.
y'all.
Someone as smug as Jabali.
Wait, these are the same game, or was it just made by the same people?
Of course you do.
Yeah, Golkitsuki's
But of course, he
2.
plays up that persona pretty well.
Interesting.
Hype man,
Huh.
tournament
Oh, so it's a
organizer,
related game, but
all-around
it's not
nice guy,
necessarily a
all
full sequel. Alright.
Oh,
So what we
Dark
want
Claw,
is
shot at the losers bracket.
Rage of the Dragons
And
tier
consolation
list.
prize, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so it shows
how
up on the
it's structured
Shuriken
is,
wiki.
Opener could be anything. It is
Thank
sort of
God
the
for the
potpourri
people
of
who
the
edit
tournament.
poverty descriptions
From
on
there, winners
Shuriken.
will get progressively shittier and shittier games.
Let's see,
while the
do
losers will have
systems. Alright.
a nice.
Okay, so there's a dude with an incredibly easy infinite and excellent anti-airs.
Thank you.
Alright,
While the losers
let's look up the
bracket
Kang
will
Infinite.
have, more legit games. Not always the case, but that's usually the rule of thumb. Cool.
So.
What up, Uralis?
Still gonna be the same game.
Alright. We'll pause that for a sec. So it seems like there's a couple different variations of this infinite. Okay. Wait, how do you get the side switch on there? Off the destructible wall? But then, wait. Oh, did that dizzy? I'm unclear why he got a meaty hit after a knockdown. That didn't break the combo. Dos goy. Alright, let's see how someone else does a long ass combo with this dude. Okay. I think I get the idea. We'll see if there's one more thing. Alright. So I'm just gonna, for now, I will practice this stuff on stream at a later date, but right now I just want to be doing my preliminary research. Eventually I want to sit down and actually do these combos and shit. But for now, it's enough to take the note. Rage of Dragons, Kang, Easy, Infinite, with a link to the video, so that when I actually find a copy of the game and get to lab it a little bit, I'll be able to fucking learn that shit without having to look it up. Okay.
So
This is good good history for me too. All right, let's see. So this round of the tournament is all Rage of Dragons.
No reason why you should stop doing it.
This is a Neo Geo
Win a
game.
whole match pressing one button is
put in play.
Will English, the legend. All right, what's next?
uh,
Street Fighter 1, the classic. So, I actually have played a little bit of Street Fighter 1, and actually, let's see if these two picked up on. There is one weird trick that makes the game a lot easier. Oh, it's Ryudo.
Inputs are extremely stiff, damage is super high. One Tatsumaki could drain your entire opponent's health bar.
Yeah, I think these two are matching. I don't think they know what's up. So,
Only Ryu and Ken available.
story time, y'all. Street Fighter 2 was known for having a bug in the game, right? And that was cancels. Cancels are what enabled combos out of stuff that wasn't like jump in roundhouse, crouch roundhouse, right? Basically non-link combos. The reason you can cancel stuff in Street Fighter 2 is because that way it's easier to get the special move, right? So like when you do a special move, you're telling the fighting game like input reader, hey, if you ever see down, then down toward, and punch on successive frames in the input buffer, then instead of doing the regular ass punch, you should have the character do fireball. The problem is if you don't hit that perfectly, so the reason you get the cancel that you're allowed to cancel stuff is in order to the game is going to be looking for the punch off the punch input, and then if it doesn't if it then sees the rest of the inputs, it will say, oh no, actually this punch belongs to the fireball input, so let's stop that punch or whatever it is, crouch, medium kick, whatever, and give you the fireball input instead, right? Or the fireball instead. And what that lets you do in Street Fighter 2 and in many other fighting games is get the punch out and hit with it and then cancel into the fireball without, skipping the rest of the animation frames. The reason that they did that in Street Fighter 2 is because in Street Fighter 1, they didn't do that. And so it's incredibly hard to intentionally get a special move, because what happens is if you want to do a fireball, you do down toward, and then punch, but the punch just gets read as, oh hey, you wanted to do a punch, right? So like according to the input buffer, it should do punch or fireball, and it just picks punch, and so it's really hard to get fireball unless you press the button down and use the button release, which also counts as a punch input for special moves. And use that to do the fireball. What happens then is you release the punch button to get a punch input, but the game won't read that as, hey, do a punch. It'll just read it as, do a fireball, which is pretty cool. With that, you can beat anyone in Street Fighter 1 who does not know that shit, because in this game, exactly, you have to negative edge all special inputs. And if you can do specials on command in this game, like, you will pretty much murder anyone who cannot. So cool. That saves us at the very least some work. I'm not going to try and put much more work into Street Fighter 1 because that game is rough.
So that's why I'm here commentating and still playing Street Fighter.
All right, what else we got next? Verdict guilty.
Right, of course.
Oh, this is interesting.
Kind of sad to enter Marvel.
Why?
And is this what?
Yeah, Uralis, I am training for... What's up, Gekitsu? I'm training for the mystery tournament at Frosty Faustings and at Combo Breaker. I figured it's a cool thing to do, especially on stream. It's good like homework for me too, because I get to learn more about the genre. And I wanted to see what would happen if I actually tried to go hard on a mystery tournament training regimen this year. Frosty is in like a week and a half, so I don't expect much to happen. But I would like to do well at Combo Breaker.
So am I.
So to catch people up, if they weren't here earlier, basically what's up right now is I'm training for mystery tournament. That's a good question. Does the mystery tournament only do fighting games? No. The first year I went to Frosty Faustings, the finals for the mystery tournament was Don't Break the Ice. And it was Nerd Josh versus I forget who. Mystery tournament finals. Let's see. Oh, this is at UFGT 10. That's right. Yeah.
Oh my god, this is happening. That's some stress.
It doesn't even have to be video games. I wouldn't be surprised if they did fucking arm wrestling. I don't know. But it's mostly video games.
So this is a rematch between
Yep.
Oh, that you can see me in the background.
Game ever.
I would have it no other way.
So rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
God bless Nerd Josh, by the way. He's the fucking homie. He's been holding it down forever. He's a good buddy of mine. He's real cool. And he fucks shit up at mystery game tournaments. This dude has played
I never played
everything.
this.
Yeah, maybe about 20
There you go.
years ago.
No, I've just never played it. Period. I don't know how this game works.
But yeah, I'm not going to. Not even. All right, like I remember an Evo 2003 back in the day. There was just a bunch of dudes getting hype in the back of the ballroom for arm wrestling, just money matches. And I mean, like I was a skinny kid back then, but even now, I'm not like the most ripped dude at a fighting game tournament by any stretch.
Why are you on Task Manager?
That said, I'm going to be confining my training for this to fighting games. Let's.
Oh my god, look at all these characters.
What is this?
We got like
Wait, what was it called again?
versus
Grenade? What?
like
This looks like a kind of cool-ish indie game. Let's see, what was it called again? Verdict Guilty. Oh, it looks like a Korean game. What up, Joe? Actually, I have not been playing much VSAV at all. I haven't played it in a long time. I would like to dig into it though. So if you're gonna be at Frosty and want to help show me a couple things, I'd appreciate it. Fucking watching High Score Girl, which by the way, if you haven't watched High Score Girl on Netflix, it's the realest fucking shit. It's an anime about kids playing fighting games in the arcades in the 90s. And it is so fucking real that I will be watching with Irene and I'll pause it to be like, oh, it looks like this guy is about to do this thing. And then immediately within the next 5 seconds, the narrator's like, oh shit, they're about to do this thing. It's amazing. Plus they got actual like fighting game legends to do the game capture for that. So like TZW is this like old school legend combo video maker, and holy shit, they get TZW to actually capture some of the stuff in that game. For the show, the episodes with Virtua Fighter, they got Chibita. Like, not just any random Virtua Fighter player. They got fucking Chibita, who's one of the best Virtua Fighter players in the world, to do game capture for it. And, like, Mikado is like, credited in the credits and everything. It's fucking sick. Yo, Treeweed, thanks for the sub. Alright. Yeah, you and Raul, man, both get this. It's 2019, motherfucker. Sub hi. The things I do for love. Anyway, bless y'all. Yeah. High Score Girl. It's the fucking shit. It's real as fuck, and it's on Netflix, so it's like super easy to get at. Yeah. I've decided I will do it when people ask for it in the sub. Otherwise, sometimes I just really don't want to drop those combos. Okay, so we're looking for Verdict Guilty. First, let's see what it looks like in the mystery tournament.
look at all these characters. We got like Robber Dude versus
Hyuk versus Gyeong.
Sticky grenade? What?
like like Drunk Detective.
I follow fighting game blogs on Tumblr that post gifs from the pre-versus Marvel fighters, and those look fun. So, they are some of the most beautifully animated fighting games ever. Vampire Savior is definitely up there for like one of the best animated fighting games ever. X-Men Children of the Atom, or Coda, and Marvel Superheroes also have excellent animation. Like, alright, Mystery Tournament, we'll get back to you. So, Fighters Generation is the spot to go to for, like, sprite rips and shit. So we're just gonna go to Fighters Generation. I'm gonna nerd out about this shit for a minute. So, y'all are probably used to seeing Sentinel in Marvel 2. In Marvel 2, he actually loses a decent number of his buttons and anims that just really sell, like, a little more personality, which is super cool. So, let's check out his animations. Look at this shit. Like, this is just a robot, right? And it's just like who gives a fuck about Sentinel? Sentinel's like is the like generic bad guy that the X-Men are supposed to fuck up, right? But there's just so much detail. Like, look at these hands here, right? And the way he's like moving them around, or it's moving them around. I also love all the like the ways that Sentinel like comes apart and assembles himself. And then like, yeah, you got the laser, you got the rockets coming out of here, even the movement. Like, Sentinel looks cool as shit. And no one has ever made Sentinel look cool before, right? Also, look at these anims here. Like, Sentinel doesn't have most of these attacks here in Marvel 2. But if you see him in Coda, he looks fucking beautiful. Holy shit, Blade of Sorensen, thank you so much for the sub. Yeah. So Children of the Atom is where a lot of the great, basically like all the X-Men characters got animated for Children of the Atom, and the work was so good that they just kept on reusing it in successive games. Right now, people like entitled gamers on the internet shit on like asset reuse or what that asset reuse or whatever. But fuck that. Someone made something beautiful and they're able to keep using it. Thanks, Sorensen. I appreciate it. So yeah, if you can make Sentinel look cool, you are obviously good at your job. Another good example is Shuma Gorath, right? So Shuma has like several limbs. Animating a human being walking with 2 legs is already really fucking hard. There's a great book, by the way, on animation. It's just called, I think it's called The Animator's Toolkit. It's super old school. You can cop it on Amazon. But it just goes real in depth on like basic animation stuff. And even if you don't know how to draw or you don't want to learn how to animate, it's still a super cool thing to read just to understand more about the craft, right? But you can just think about how hard it is to have like, okay, so Shuma's got what, like 6 limbs? Yeah, the Animator's Survival Kit. Yeah, Shuma's just got so many limbs, and the animator has to keep track of all of them, has to make these animations loop, right? Yo, Joe, actually, thank you for the sub, homie. Like, I'm not a visual person. I had to learn how to do all this stuff, right? And how to appreciate all this stuff as part of like being in video games and being able to better understand why this medium works so well. But holy shit, imagine having to animate something with this many limbs and make it look cool. And not just in the movement, but like, where is it? This one, like, Shuma's pouting. Like, Shuma is not even showing a mouth, but there's clearly personality coming through here. Yo, Mariel Cartwright is fucking dope. Actually, does she still go by Cartwright? I think she goes by Cartwright. Anyway, she's a fantastic animator. Her talk at GDC about Skullgirl's animation was fucking amazing. She's a homie, and I've had the fortune to interview her multiple times. She's just fucking dope. But yeah, like, all of these animations just exude a shit ton of personality, right? I think this is his dash where he's like shooting out the eye and catching it. We just talked about how hard it is to animate a walk cycle with 2 limbs. And now you've got this like elder god scuttling around, and then you keep this like eye movement thing to help show where Shuma is during all this. So fucking cool. So cool. Look at all this. Look at this throw where he just grabs you with like a million limbs and then slaps you. Even Chaos Dimension looks super cool, right? The fucking double helix, but then he hops out of that little portal at the end, like, oh yeah, I'm coming back out of the Chaos Dimension too. It's so amazing. VSAV is obviously one of the kings at this, and I wouldn't be surprised. So like, Vampire is a funny game for Capcom because it uses all basically like public domain characters. Right, so all the characters in VSAP are based off of like, notorious like horror or fiction characters from like old stories, right? Like, you don't have Mickey Mouse in there. You have Bletta, and she's basically, or BB Hood, and she's basically Little Red Riding Hood. You don't have Frankenstein. You have Victor, who looks kind of like a Frankenstein, or Anakaris instead of the Mummy, whatever, right? And I forget exactly what the order of events was, but I think it was basically, from what I've heard, Vampire was made in order to sell Capcom's ability to just animate these amazing characters and kind of show off characters in a fighting game, and kind of show that they could just make them look bigger and better and more fluid and beautiful and expressive than anyone else can. And I think if you look at fighting games like in that period of Capcom's history, it's largely true. And I'm willing to bet that it was Vampire which was what helped sell like Marvel or other studios on doing like the X-Men and the Marvel superheroes games, then eventually taking those into Versus and so on and so on. Much like the way Guilty Gear Xrd was basically a sales pitch or a proof of concept for Arc System Works to be like, hey y'all, we make our characters look this good, we can make your characters look even better. You know, what's up Namco Bandai with DBFZ, et cetera, et cetera. So it's pretty cool to see that kind of shit. Yo, what up, Graffiti Bandit? Good to see you. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that Vampire was made with those characters because they didn't have to license anyone. They could just take like an iconic character design, play with it a little bit to get it to fit a fighting game, and then make some really cool shit happen. Oh, hell yeah, you got a fight stick? Merry Christmas. All right, so with that, we're going to go back to mystery tournament research.
Dude, I like Drunk Detective. Look at this.
Ooh. All right, the stream's lagging a little bit. There we go.
He has a hidden gun.
All right.
Shoots from the hip.
Detective has a gun.
Point at you because he doesn't care.
So this game is called
You ask him
Verdict
about
Guilty.
anything, he'll say not anymore.
I'm gonna search for a tier
With
list.
the gun.
All right, it's on Steam for $5.
You don't have any projectile. He has a shotgun on his back. How does he? What is this game?
Hold on a second.
All right, so this game does not look big enough to have a whole lot of
This
Google
game is
search.
Verdict Guilty. It is a Korean-made, Steam-released fighting game. Plays a lot like you would expect.
Yeah, Graffiti Bandit. The playing with a fight stick is cool, and there's some stuff that you can do easier.
I like Drunk Detective.
Oh, I should probably look up Fight of Gods just because that's I feel like that's a good candidate for
They handcuff you.
mystery
And then,
game.
that character can't use
It's been
punches,
hype.
like,
So it's like he's glitch.
kind of. It's like handcuff,
But yeah,
like
you have to
dial
relearn
game.
how to use a lot of, or how to do a lot of stuff when you switch from a pad to a stick. I actually think it's really good to practice with both
Oh, yeah?
because
I didn't know
the
that.
controller
It's
will.
literally
Yeah, I know, Crack Prawn. I was just talking about that. Well, I negative edge. I don't double tap. But I bet double tap. I could see double tap working too. I highly recommend using multiple input devices. Like even if there's one that you want to focus on, you should absolutely like that, and that's your tournament config. But like I get a lot out of learning how to do a combo on keyboard and then taking that precision and learning how to do it on a stick or on a pad instead. So it's good to push yourself to learn multiple things if you have the time.
It seems like he
All right,
spent
Verdict's
most of his
Guilty.
time honing his
So
defense skills more so than his
I
fighting.
think
Crouching short just like anti-air.
I'm gonna go on Steam
Oh, yeah,
reviews
yeah.
and see if there's anything that people are complaining about in terms of balance, because that's a decent starting point. But I will have to cop this later. Oh,
I
it's
think
on
it's like-
sale?
When we tested it, it was a little bit
84 cents.
Okay,
All right.
I think that's a, like,
I'll just buy this right now.
where you're supposed to do that. Look at that uppercut.
Maybe they're
Oh my god, look, anti-airs. Drunk Detective has anti-airs. Oh, he has a roll. Look at his spacing. You're playing footsies.
he's trying to bait him to jump in.
Your face is real. Use your gun. Just chip him out.
Tight. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
he has a
Yeah,
reload.
They do have ammo.
They do have.
So
Okay.
you have to
there-
reload the
there
gun.
is
none of the
reload.
mystery tournaments have used track and field 2, taekwondo, or fencing. It's bound to show up.
Smash
Can
gun.
he be like Frank West and just power out from a drink?
All right.
I
I will note that, Crack. Thanks for the
So
tip.
the bottle does not do anything for him anymore.
No, I believe it's purely cosmetic.
All right. So Verdict Guilty, I've picked
Keeps
up.
you going, keeps the demons
We'll look at
away,
the
keeps the demons
Steam
away.
reviews later.
All right, so I'm pulling double duty brackets and commentary, so I'm gonna make sure I get the next matches queued up.
God, the art in this game is really cool, and I love the aesthetic. But holy shit,
Might
this
drop out Street Fighter 5
is-
just to compensate this.
Oh well,
suffering in the hit presentation and animation
No, I'm not.
department.
okay, well.
The characters are cool. I kind of like the idea of a hard-boiled detective fighting game. All right. What's next? More Verdict Guilty. Oh, what this is.
So what do we have next?
So what do we have here? Header was not.
Oh
was ever-
God, Sonic Adventure 2.
It was an arcade exclusive until Xbox 360. God, I hated this game. Worst, really bad Sonic game. First level was amazing, and and that's it. That's how they hook you.
Yeah.
The first level.
So the tournament that ended with Break the Ice was UFGT 10. I had that video on earlier. I was actually in the background.
Wow, are they hating me now?
No.
What the
Grab those
fuck?
rings. I hate it. Oh, this is a lock-on battle, really. Collect those rings, guys. You need that for life.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah, this shit's real as fuck.
oh, who's who?
I don't know.
I'm not too sure who's who. Okay, so, apparently whoever.
Alright, what was this mode called?
Not too. Oh, there's a lot. Oh, and the rest of the game was. God, I hated this. An arcade exclusive until Xbox 360.
So 2P. Alright, you have to pick a side. Oh, you got a new drawing tablet. What'd you get, man?
Worst, really bad.
Shooting.
game.
Okay. Interesting.
First level.
Alright. I may deprioritize Sonic Adventure 2, but if I can pick up a copy, I'll check that
First
out.
level.
No.
Alright, well. Let's see. We'll skip. Damn. Why did they just build like custom Robo or something in Sonic? That's pretty badass. Yeah, bad virtual on.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. It's like slight mishap.
Alright. More of that.
Yeah, that's just sad.
While Melee and Skullgirls just going
What else we got?
PS2 guy. Oh,
VF4
Okay,
Evo. Alright.
we have 4 Evolution, guys. What age?
I actually probably have this game around somewhere.
I figure some people want to take it.
I picked it up for $20. So when Virtua Fighter 4 Evo came out and it got the greatest hits release, the accepted gospel on
Realize that?
SRK, which is pretty much the only place where I could find people talking about fighting games, was this is the best fighting game that no one ever wants to learn how to play because it's just so like there's so much shit that you have to learn. It's so hard to learn, and especially coming from 2D fighting games. It's super hard. Like VF4 just has a ton of stuff in it that you don't have to fuck with in traditional 2D fighting games.
Alright, so we got Master
Like throw text, where every character has like basically different directional throws, and you have to match the direction of the throw in order to tech the throw, which is fucking great. Damn, you got $200 for VF4 Evo? Good shit. In any case, my recollection with VF4 Evo was two things. So I bought this and I played it a little bit with my college roommates who did not know how to play fighting games. And we all kind of figured that crouch punch is just really, like, it beats a ton of shit. And it's a very quick, like, newbie filter. You can just kind of sit there and do crouch punch and it will beat a lot of stuff. I'm sure it's some super scruffy shit, but it might be enough to random out somebody. The other thing is, of all people, David Serlin, I think he actually wrote this up, but had like a tutorial on 5-move Pi. And it's basically how to play Pi the character with only 5 moves.
Depending how long you press the button and what direction.
Let me see if I can find it.
Or stuff like that, you will get a different move. Like hold it for 1 second, and then one moves, and then hold it for a little bit longer is a totally different move.
So what you're saying is,
Actually, I wonder if I have it in like my old
Yes,
email account.
This is correct.
Let's see.
However, I do play me some Project Cross Zone.
wow.
Love that game. It's amazing. Shallow, but there's a lot of fan service. By fan service, I don't mean moves. I meant like, oh, these guys are interacting with each other. Yeah, we got Kage. And
Nope, can't find it.
Strider and,
Alas.
what's her name from Soul Calibur?
But yeah, basically, Pi has like 5 moves
I know
that
you're
can
talking about
reasonably cover enough situations to like fraud someone out. in VF4. So I will try and remember what those were.
Only for the second round.
Inverse dive kick? Yeah, kind of.
These guys just playing pussies, huh? Oh.
Turns out crouch jab is not, or crouch punch is not the thing you want to build an entire game around. But then we caught Soul Calibur 2 shortly after, and it was
Also,
fine.
it's like 1, 2.
Soul Calibur 2 was great for just playing with people who don't know how to play fighting games. God bless that game. Alright, what came after... Oh shit, Sarvets. Sarvets the homie.
I don't know. For me, personally, it's gotta be the Capcom soundbite and the Konami soundbite from Super 2.
Absolutely. Look at this. We got Hanu Rod, the God, versus Jamal, aka Ryu.
What we got? Oh shit, Hano.
Did you watch Digimon?
What up, Hano? I teamed up with him for the Guilty Gear 2v2 at Frosty this year. It'll be fun. This is a Digimon fighting game?
It's about friendship and the bond of two species.
Rumble Arena.
Not in that way.
Well, you're a good friend of mine. So maybe I should watch Digimon.
Digimon.
I could learn.
You're also old.
Yeah.
We are old.
When we had Digimon, there was different stuff.
How old were you when Digimon came out?
I was probably old enough to just be like, this is for
You're like 25 already?
Wow, this is legit a Digimon fighting game, isn't it?
Digimon, come
In the
on.
90s?
90s?
90s? Well, I mean, for America, I think it's
So I was
96.
like 50 something.
Okay, so we got...
Was there a Beautiful Joe platform fighter? Beautiful Joe is in Marvel.
Guilmon.
See, you are bringing the knowledge to the table.
I am. It's not...
I could see him fitting in like Power Stone or something as well, but
He's in middle school.
Do you know much about this game?
that looks like it says
I do
fuck
not,
breaker
because
from here.
I know Digimon.
So all we know so far
Fuck
is Zero,
Breaker.
Spear, and Triangle is Rock Breaker.
Yeah, apparently. Alright.
Oh shit. Oh, so it is a platform fighter.
So this is like a Smash
Oh yeah,
game.
he was in Tatsu as well. Henshin and Go-Go,
Dude,
baby.
He got like Kamen Rider kicks.
Oh
Oh
my
my
god.
Yo, we are rotating.
Yo, we are
Check it
rotating.
out. This is why I like video games.
This is exact rotation.
Oh shit. Yo, thanks Graffiti Bandit.
He has a
It's weird that the fucking the notification didn't pop, but thank you so much for the sub, homie. I appreciate it.
You gotta
And I look forward to breaking in a new stick with you.
Check it out.
It's like playing CBS2 and Cammy. Oh, what's the best button? Roundhouse. Keep using roundhouse. Okay.
Alright, this is...
Look at it. They're trying to get mathematical. See, the gameplay is already evolving.
Oh, they got Digimon cards.
I kind of like the like command line or whatever it is in the background. It's like they're fighting in a computer.
Ooh, the ankle breakers. Damn.
Yo, the ankle
Oh,
breakers.
shit.
Yo, watch your feet.
I feel like they barely hit each other.
Oh, yo.
Ah! Yo, he chopped out his butt though. Oh, wait, ooh, Digivolve! You got Digivolve! Yo, Digivolution!
Let's go.
Let's do this! Let's do this! What? Raymond!
Oh, wow.
Yo, it's a mega. Oh, dude, Terror Destroyer. I know these moves.
You see, he's trying to buy some time.
He's trying to lay it out.
Red Hot Rumble. Ooh. Alright, I might have to look at this up, because that sounds like something that could show up in a mystery tournament.
And who would? He's dipping. Get that fire. Let's talk about it.
Digivolve into War Groundmon. Ooh. Oh, Gallantmon. It's Gallantmon, I think.
Look at that. Look at that special.
Oh! Dude, you see that
Alright,
air
well,
slash?
let's see.
Oh,
What was this
tight.
game called
Oh,
again?
man.
Digimon Rumble Arena. I'm trying to do, yeah, I would like to try and practice for mystery tournament.
Well, you're a good friend of mine.
At the very least, learning about what I could possibly be getting into is a good first step.
The gameplay is already evolving.
Oh, they got Digimon cards.
That Digimon card.
Oh, what do you got? Flip the card.
Ooh, the ankle breakers. Damn.
Yo, the ankle
Alright.
slicer.
I wonder what this game looks like at a high level. Let's see. Come on, Rumble Arena. Oh, there's multiple. It's a tournament. Oh, we got highlight reel? Okay, let's go. Oh, we got some combos? What the fuck? Shoutouts to comboing off of trades, by the way. Damn. Okay, that looked pretty fucking sick. I do not do well in games that do not have hit stun or hit stop, rather. All right, that was the ankle breaker. Yo, this game looks lit. This game looks like this game looks kind of like Evil Zone or something, or whatchamacallit, some of the Toho fighting game, Immaterial and Missing Power. It's good shit. Graffiti Bandit asks, so I have two questions. I'm thinking of switching my joystick with another. Should I go Hori or another? Right now I have a bowl brown one. I forgot the name. So what kind of stick do you have? I mean, like the short answer is you should switch it if you think that your current stick is giving you problems. But because you haven't played with that stick much, you just got it, I would hesitate from recommending switching anything until you've identified a problem. So an example is, I have my H-Wrap. My H-Wrap is a lovely stick, but I had to replace the lever here. This is not the stock stick, this is a Sanwa. And the reason is basically because the Hori parts that this shipped with would have a problem where if I let go of the stick, the spring was light enough that it would just pop up, and it would basically, if I let go because I was crouching and I wanted to stop, it would give me a jump, which is no good, right? It meant I was accidentally getting a lot of up inputs that I didn't want, so I had to swap it out. If there's something that you specifically find distasteful or inconvenient about how that works, yeah, you could do that too. I had a Sanwa stick lying around, so it was an easy fix. But yeah, I think if there's something specific that you want, then you should look into switching sticks. But for now, you should just learn on whatever. Interesting. That is a level of depth that I had not dug into, Joe, actually. That's cool. The Xbox WWE All-Star. Let me see what that looks like. Gotcha. So that's this one, right? Does it look kind of like this one? I remember the different variations of this was the brawl stick, right? The smaller fight stick. Yeah. Yo, what up, Ben? I think I remember you modding one of them. Yeah. And they're solid sticks for fucking $30 or even $50, whatever. Like, these sticks were a lot better than a lot of the cheaper sticks on the market now. Yeah, 30's great. This is a great deal for $30. You could replace the stick if you wanted, but I would suggest that you get good enough with this to figure out why you would want to replace the stick. Or if you want, like, try someone else's stick. I also don't know how easy it is to mod these sticks in particular. Ben, I don't know if you swapped a stick out in there, but if you did, now these were Mad Cat sticks, I think. Well, actually, I don't know about the parts. The parts might be different. Anyway, let's see what else we got with Frosty.
Give you a chance.
So we got Digimon.
IWCs, is that the term?
That's
wow,
pretty sick.
Now we got Atomic Collider setting up and
Aggressors of Dark Combat, another classic that I've actually not played. I just see it in ROM sets and old arcade.
There is this demonstration. I don't know why they chose this game.
Alright, so we've got Aggressors of Dark Combat. Now we look up Aggressors of Dark Combat tiers. Must include tiers. Worst fighting games. Ooh, we got an old SRK thread. Yes. Ah, damn it. Oh, shit. Dark. Alright. Interesting. So this person is saying Fuma might be top tier because his up-down hop is nearly instant, which allows him to punish dashers while his dash is safe. He has the best anti-air juggles in the game. Let's see. You almost got into a fight at a Korean arcade because of... Yo, that sounds like some high score girl shit, Ben. That's fucking sick. Let's see. Alright. We're going to throw this in there. Thank you, Pizza Cat 83, for giving me a lead on some good shit. We'll have to test this out for ourselves, obviously. Yo, goddamn, Ben. Alright, let's see what this game looks like.
Oh, we got a dude from World's Hero.
Yeah.
The one from World's Hero. Dude, play the dude with his basketball. Is he
Why are
Sean?
guest characters always so good?
So
Oh, there's Mikado tournaments for this? Yo, sick.
Walk around.
Alright, orange school uniform. Ah, this dude. Yeah, he looks like he could be top tier. That's a top tier look. We'll just look for tournament. AODK, got it. Hot shit tournament? No. Alright, well, here's a Korean video. I'm going to trust any video that's in not English more than any video in English. Oh! What? Okay. Alright, this is just an arcade playthrough. We don't need none of this. Alright, we'll look at...
Basketball. Is he like Sean?
Ben says guy
So
in
you have like a art
orange.
fighting, like walk around,
Outfit
and
is
it's
top
kind
tier.
of like final fight style. as you
Oh,
can
so
see,
it's
yeah.
like a beat 'em up slash. Okay.
They took kind of a
Like Streets of Rage
yeah,
versus mode.
but it controls.
Oh my God! Why are we? Hey, we going home and playing this game?
Yeah,
Woo!
absolutely. We can play it tonight. I brought the laptop.
Oh, did you? Oh, so
yeah.
did I.
Yeah, we're going all in.
Yeah.
What's more inspiring than Mr. Game, by the way?
Dude, we gotta play this Hello Kitty game. It's got like.
The Super Nintendo one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one is
That
pretty
was
fun.
so godlike.
I wonder, do they get items from the...
Leave it to Sarvets to hear. Oh, we gotta play the Hello Kitty game. Yo, you mean the one on Super Nintendo? God bless that man. Video games, y'all.
The trash can, I'm curious.
Might be a turkey.
You
Oh.
see, you can totally tell they're trying to find how to fireball it.
Well, look at that
Oh,
combo.
we got some combos.
Combo, that was crazy. You can read it right there. It tells you that.
Yo, this game is hype. Oh, he got the kip overhead.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was sick.
Working those air throws.
Oh, he threw up.
Oh, wow.
Clean that shit
yeah,
up.
we got knowledge happening.
All right, we got
Got
DP.
DP.
DPs are happening now.
Yo, he's crazy now.
Yeah.
Master Shake's all crazy.
Hit them buttons and then you go into a power up.
Does Jabili actually know how to play this game?
Look at Jabali's face. He knows how to play this
Look.
game. Or he's working on it as we
Look
speak.
at that! Look at that face of Jabali.
He is like so intense right now.
He is intense.
It's working.
Oh my
Oh!
God! Yo, we got the leg lock. We got the.
Wait, hold on. I want to see that again.
Oh my God! Yo!
That's awesome. I don't know if I've ever actually seen. That's kind of a weird ankle lock, but it's definitely
Oh,
an ankle lock.
We got the leg lock. We got the.
I always
Yo,
love
shout out to
seeing
TJ
like
Perkins.
Man.
judo and jiu-jitsu stuff in fighting games.
Put him in the classic. We're talking all these other.
Oh, that air throw.
Times. Like we've seen so many leg locks, none such as that at that
None
very
such-
moment. We didn't
Oh,
see
baited the
no
DP,
punish,
no
no
punish.
counter, no punish counter. That's
Nope.
right. Very wisely backdash.
Oh, nice. That's handy.
Rule about this game: tech the wake up.
Woo. Good
You don't want to
pressure.
get figure forward like that. You don't want to get the leg lock.
All right, let's see what else showed up in here. Is this? Oh God. Oh boy. Tecmo World Wrestling.
Tecmo Wolf Department.
Is this? That's,
Yeah, it's like that.
yo, play Tiger Mask.
Yeah, this was definitely.
Tiger
Okay,
Mask is
here
in the game?
Play
Okay.
Road Warrior.
Check it out.
Oh, dude, that dude's totally locked out.
Yeah, did you see that ET grade? He got the horns up. I think Jamal was feeling it. I kind of see how he like hovered on it for a second there.
R beat
With the rock and roll. Oh, it's like that.
Guido for easy damage. All right.
We got time for games. Let's
Yeah,
do this.
you know.
A Tigre. Hey, what do you think about my shoes, man?
I think your shoes look fantastic.
Just like
I mean, yeah, exactly. I noticed that.
people are all like, yo, yo,
Well,
yo.
yeah, Bruno is wearing like white and gold shoes that happen to match his white and gold joystick.
R beat specials are all pin moves since
Look
it's
at
sit down
Mark
power
Manson
bomb.
tweet
Oh
on
shit.
that. You can find.
Yeah, it's pretty god level, you know.
Shoutouts to Mark, man.
But then again, when you're 5 feet tall, you gotta wear gold shoes.
You gotta distract you from your height, your height disadvantage.
Check this out. Now you have
Oh, we got sharpshooter.
Well,
Oh,
Ryudo is a known quantity in I've seen him enter
That is actually the real name.
fucking mystery
That
game
is
tournaments
actually
more
the
than
real name.
once.
It's not the sharpshooter,
I will
okay?
hope to make it that far.
Just read off the commentary.
Just read off the
I haven't
commentary.
gotten a clue as to who's gonna win this one.
I mean, neither Jim Ross.
They both fall and reset to neutral. Jay Falcon.
Yeah, having a commentator is pretty sick.
A clean hit to the face, a backdrop. Boy, did he get hammered in the back of the head.
Hey, Tigre.
Oh,
It's going too fast now.
And another.
Slow down, JR.
Look at that big toss.
We were literally
Oh.
reading off of the commentary.
Yeah. It took every bit of energy he had.
God
Back
damn,
to
the fucking
normal.
knee drop on the nuts like that.
Unmentionables.
The unmentionables.
Back to normal. The family jewel.
The hammer whip.
That is, in fact,
Comes with the rope mix.
West Coast
Oh, the back drop.
Anchor
We got the pin.
of fighting
We got
games.
one.
Let's go.
We got
Crack
two.
Prawn
Almost
FR.
one.
Oh man, oh man, I don't know.
All right. So that was Tecmo. What else we got? Oh,
Anything about this?
I think this is that Trigger Heart X7 cup. No.
We got Molly's.
Oh man,
woo! We got some waifus.
we gotta root for our man from
Vanguard Princess. Okay.
Shout out to Minnesota.
I think I actually have that.
Great State.
What a wonderful state. Brings you state that premiered
What started in Minnesota?
Combo Breaker.
I do have Vanguard
Not a
Princess.
lot of people know about
Yes.
that.
True. Combo Breaker.
Combo
was
Breaker
Minnesota.
did start in Minnesota.
Bob Taylor. Paul Bunyan.
Paul Bunyan.
We got Paul Bunyan. You
got
see him
Prince.
walking down the street, Prince.
We got friends.
We got the time.
We got my man Sarvet.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the aliens dropped me out from Minnesota. They're like, hey, come on, man.
Gun Girl.
Hey,
Makes sense.
Minnesota, they're pretty nice.
Yeah.
Kind of boring.
Gun waifus are the future.
Yeah, we're having a great time.
What is this?
Check it out.
All right. Oh, we got a
Are we allowed
Mizumi
to
wiki.
stream this? Is this not part of the Twitch ban games?
But that's just health tiers.
Huh. Whatever. It's gonna be on Twitch now.
Do you mind if I draw a curtain here real quick and unzip while I watch this match?
Oh,
Well,
God, no.
that was the point, Urellis. So I'm glad you find it entertaining. Damn, this game was made by one person?
Okay, check it out.
Okay, one programmer and one illustrator. Oh, it was made with Fighter Maker. That's cool.
What kind of friends are they?
Okay. So this will
Support
be the last
counter,
mystery
no help from
match.
Okay.
friend.
And then what were we looking
We
at?
are
That-
bringing you Marvel.
Marvel, okay.
Marvel
We'll be
after this.
switching over to Marvel.
Switching
but
Marvel.
what?
Wow,
I guess
those
you
bosoms
know
are
what? We're
heaving.
gonna watch some anime stuff. Before then,
I'm just gonna.
One of them like accidentally clipped it or something.
I love me some mystery games. Look at this. This game is beautiful, by the way.
this is a well-drawn game.
It's very cool. Yeah.
Oh, we got Mika
Woo.
Booty Ball? Oh.
Yeah,
third-
mystery
oh,
can be
This
anything.
sounds like a bonkers.
Mystery can be Don't Break the Ice. Mystery can be Sonic Adventure
still
2.
don't
Fucking
know
PvP
what-
shooting mode.
I think I would play this game though.
Of course you will play this game.
Yeah.
Hell
Aesthetically,
yeah.
at least, I am pleased by its looks. Check it
I played a little bit of SNK Heroines and it was not good. Oh yeah, Hungry Hungry Hippos.
Of course it's a big anime high school.
It's all about school.
It's all about anime high school.
Now it takes them to school with that dropping butt normal to the dome piece looking like
Oh
that.
my
I
shit.
once won a game in Mystery Tournament playing VF Kids because I knew the power of down punch. Hell yeah, that's what I'm saying. Down punch in a Virtua Fighter game it just beats people who don't know how to play Virtua Fighter.
Overhead.
That's the fucking shit.
I'm all about that butt normal.
Alright, Vanguard Princess. Let's
Oh,
see.
Victor does have that.
Yeah, except he doesn't jump. He just
He just sticks it
Let's
out.
see what the final or the top 8 for this year was.
He has the best butt in all games. So,
Top 16 to grand finals. Alright. Oh, Ryu got sent to commentary. Hell yeah, Canadian Bacons, what's good? Well, actually, it's getting that time where I want to get some Guilty Gear in, so... Yo, the Hajime no Ippo game, was it the Wii game? Or I think there's like a GBA game? I feel like they probably wouldn't run GBA stuff for this, though. Anyway, so that was the Mystery Tournament prep segment. We'll do it again tomorrow from like 8:30 to 9:30. But right now we're going to hop into some Guilty Gear. PS3, okay. Man, Hajime no Ippo is such a good show.